we do a complimentary bunny wake up. Do a little stomping. We have bunnies that live in the backyard, and we've witnessed too many of a bunny death, which is traumatizing. So I do a little stomp before I let the dogs out. At night I do an actual perimeter check because the bunnies really stay hidden. So it looks like they're safe for another day. Happy Friday. I'm gonna go to the post office today, pick up some packages. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm running a hat drive through yesterday actually for cancer patients, and I have a PO box that I've been having people send hats to, and I've been doing little mail runs, and then I was unboxing them in my stories, which was really fun, from my car, but then it became there were too many hats, which is a good problem to have. So I've been doing Instagram lives just to get them recorded and up. And it's actually been super fun to see how many people who I'm unboxing the hats of are actually in the live. So a lot of times I want to know what the pattern is for the hat, or just have questions, or just, I don't know, it's just fun to see people. So if you've donated a hat, thank you. If you shared or anything like that, thank you. That's all been really helpful. It's been it's been pretty crazy this year in terms of the volume of hats that are coming in. And so, yeah, I've just been really super grateful. And this weekend, I'll be doing a lot of tagging. I'm gonna see if I can loop Steven into helping me tag some hats. And I can't wait till the tags actually come. They're super cute. So anyways, Cal's ready for breakfast. We had a party a while ago and we have not cleaned up. So anyways, that's all that. Bye. Let's go! All right, my internet went out right at the time. It was actually, people will think I'm lying, but I'm not. My internet went out right when it was the last 10 minutes, 6 minutes maybe of the South Korea game. I basically sat down and they scored, and it was awesome. So watched the end of the Ghana-Uruguay game, and yeah, South Korea's advancing, so that's very exciting. In this house, my husband is half Spanish, and so we have a Spain team, a South Korean team, and then we both cheer for the USA as well. So all three of our teams are through, and it's gonna be a really interesting knockout stage. So we're excited about that. I'm not a giant soccer fan, and by giant, I mean I don't enjoy watching soccer generally, but World Cup is fun. So can always get behind tournament play of any sort. It's very fun. But anywho, I'm just sitting at my desk now waiting for the internet to come back because I need it. Today at work, if you don't know, my daytime job is working for Knit Stars, which is a fiber company. We put on, we're most well known for putting on master classes with some of your favorite knitting instructors, influencers, all that kind of good stuff. So we do cinematic productions of these classes that are really fun. The thing that I love about it is that what really drew me to it is that we share a lot of the story behind the maker. So I always say, you are more than your projects and your knitting. You're, a full person. We all are. And so my Instagram bio says you can't separate knitting from anything. So meaning that you can't just look at me and take me as a knitter or a crocheter or whatever. If you're gonna be in my space, you are gonna, you know, listen to what I have to say. And if you don't like it, that's okay. But it's not healthy, I think, to separate people like that and put them in this box of just being a knitter, because they have so many things that affect their lives in so many different ways, including the knitting, the fun stuff. And it's really important, I think, to understand all that. So just personal opinion. But yeah, so that's my day job. I work as like in operations. I like any small company, you know, wear a lot of different hats. So I do a lot of operation stuff. I've been doing more content stuff. And yeah, so just waiting for that to come back so I can keep working. And maybe I'll go to the post office. All right, so yesterday I had absolutely zero knitting content. And so today I thought I'd start to sprinkle some things in with a project I'm currently working on. So in January of 2023, my best friend is getting married in Mexico, and our bridal party dresses, the only requirement is that they were black and long. And immediately what popped into my head was Namaste and Crochet's Edith dress. If you haven't seen this dress, it's just a fully crochet gown, stunning. But I'm a pretty novice crocheter, and so it was a really big endeavor for me to take over. But when I was reading the pattern and looking it over, I was like, it's a doable project. It's just gonna take some time. So I started it in October and kind of like this is probably 2 weeks of work, and then stopped because I needed to do some measuring and figure out like how I want things to fit. And you end up sort of crocheting from here up so that you can crochet the bottom the perfect length for you, which is great. But let me see before I rip this all out. This is, listen to me, this is my living in my Lobby in the May little tote bag. It is pink and cream. It has 2 small handles and then a big one. And I love it because it's super spacious. It has a zipper pocket on the inside. And I got this at Wool & Folk this year as one of my little souvenirs. And it just holds everything really nicely. I also, in this bag, have this clear Knit Stars. You can't see it because it has black granny squares in it, but this clear Knit Stars bag that I also really love because I can just easily see what's in here. And also it's plastic, so it's like waterproof. It's just great. So not sponsored. Okay. So this is what I have so far. Let me just pull this loop up. This is what I have so far of the skirt. It doesn't look like much. I'll insert a picture here of what it currently looks like. And you can see my friend Tyler in the back, Thought to Thread. He just started a YouTube channel, and he's a dyer as well as a maker, and he's just awesome. And so I was just watching his podcast. But this is the skirt so far. You can't see because I have horrible backlighting right now, but it's granny squares up the middle here, and then just some crochet on top and bottom. And that's about as far as I am, but I'm hoping to really crush out some of the mid top in the next 2 weeks. So that's what I'm working on. And again, it doesn't look like much when I hold it up, but I was really proud of it. Still playing through some growing pains with crochet, specifically when I get back to the beginning of the round and when it tells me to like go into the second chain or do whatever, and this counts as that. Like, I'm still learning what that means. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on, as well as a test knit that I can't share right now. But I have another project I'm going to start, and I'm going to use this yarn, which is it's not a pooling yarn per se, but it's one of those yarns that has, it's dye just in very specific places. So as you knit, the hat's gonna be gray with like these like pools of color that I think is gonna be really, really nice. I have a friend who she does not knit, and she's always telling me, she's like, I wear hats all the time. I would really appreciate it, and no one ever makes me a hat. She knows a couple people who knit. And I think she has been made a hat or two, but I'm gonna make her one for Christmas this year. And so this is from Blue Barn Fiber Arts. I actually found it on Etsy because I was having a really hard time. Normally if I'm looking for yarn, I go straight to Instagram, and I was having a super hard time trying to find this kind of color. And again, I think it's called pooling yarn, maybe. So I did a quick Etsy search. And this is the one that came up. So it is called Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and it's a worsted 219 yards. So I think made out of iron, like the turtle. So that's what I'm working on currently. And I think I'm going to head to the post office soon to get the rest of the hat donations. I imagine they're gonna keep trickling in, and I have to start tagging them and stuff this week. Yeah, so we'll see you soon. All right, going to do a post office run. So I got my handy dandy IKEA bag, and we're gonna run to the post office, see if we got some hats. Oops, sorry. And if, depending upon the quantity that there is, I may do a live tonight on Instagram. So I have been going live when I've had like a full bag, which the last couple times I've gone have been the case. And I've just unboxed the hats and I talk about how pretty I think they are. And yeah, so I'll let you know if that's the case. Woo. I am wearing the Hey Boo beanie by Brandy Cheyenne Harper, who is, I met this human for like 45 seconds and it was amazing. I think, hold on. Okay, sorry, I wanted to check. She's doing a Hey Boo knit along, and I think it starts on the 4th. So by the time you see this, that's tomorrow. It is such a fun, quick, and like, well, I shouldn't say quick. It is just like a really fun project. I made mine out of loopy mango, but I think, if I remember correctly, the pattern has like multiple, it does have multiple sizes, and I think they also might have multiple weights. I'll have to double check that, but it's such a fun little pattern, and you can wear it straight down. Mine has a crease in it because I've rolled mine. I saw Brandy Cheyenne Harper roll her beanie, so now I roll my beanie. Or you can fold it up, you can make it longer, shorter, like it's just a really versatile pattern. Perfect for gift knitting, perfect for yourself. I think in my caption I said, it is a perfect hat if you have a head, and I stand by that. So anyways, let's go to the post office. Sometimes you get an extra key because your box is full, so you have to go to a bigger box. All right. These boxes remind me of a game on Nickelodeon. I forget, maybe it was like What Would You Do? And you got to pick which box you want. And sometimes there'd be a cool prize, and sometimes there'd be like slime or something. All right, I clearly need both hands to do this. All right, here's today's haul. There's some stuff under this big box. And I think I've decided that I'm going to knit or crochet the lady. My post office has very few people working there right now, but I always chat with the same lady. And I think I've decided that I'm gonna make her some coasters or something. Today she was working all by herself, and I don't know, she's just been awesome. So I told her I was gonna slow down here pretty soon. So in today's packages, there were a few big boxes. Sometimes it's a mix, big, little, all big. Today was a good little mix, but mostly big boxes. So I think I'll do a quick live today, and yeah, I'll include some clips in the vlog. Let's go to the ocean.
Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach.
Alright, and as a little midday snack, I'm making a bowl of what I lovingly like to call instant rice. My mom used to make it. I've upgraded it a little thing. I think it was basically just hot rice and a little soy sauce, a little sesame oil, and a little butter, and then I put furikake on top because, I don't know, who doesn't like that? And I'll probably throw some extra sesame seeds on. Excuse me. And then in here I have some mo kimchi, and I'll show you what that is in a second, but that's my snack basically. So it's basically a form of kimchi, but it's called mo kimchi, and it translates quite literally to water kimchi. So it's just liquidy, and there's usually a lot more of these like radishes and stuff. I've eaten them already, so I'm kind of down to my bare bones here, but it's my favorite thing. Well, my mom makes a lot of things I really love, but whenever I come home, she sends me home with a jar of this. It's just like when I was a kid, I would straight up just like take rice and dip it in here, and I think the first time my grandmother saw me do it, she thought it was the weirdest human. I still do it. Really yummy. If you like normal kimchi, actually I don't know if that's true. I think they're very different tasting, and obviously this is like a liquid, but it's like super refreshing, I think, and really good. So anyways, that's your Korean lesson today. Alright, somehow we've made it to dinner, and tonight is whatever survived us being away for a week, jjajangmyeon. So in here I have potatoes, half an onion, and some carrots, and I'm gonna make jjajangmyeon, which is like a black bean sauce. So you use this paste and you put it in there, and it's kind of like spaghetti. I think I've heard, my mother tells me it's very popular with children, which is probably why I like it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty strong flavor, so I think this will all be fine. I have a little bit left over deer meat. My husband's a hunter, so that's what we eat. And yeah, I'm just gonna throw it in here, and you can put it over noodles, or we eat it with rice sometime, but I'll show you what it's like. So I'm just gonna let these go. Always a good staple to have. You can make lots of things with potatoes, lots of things.
Other episodes of LL Cody. Today, our guest from Saturday Night Live is Bowie Yang.
Woo! Okay, this is my first time doing a Cody LOL class with Bo and Yang. It's good. Strunkles, if you know, you know.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down, and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay.